Americans are lonely. In fact, to take a look at some of these findings from a recent AARP survey, it finds that loneliness peaks in your 40s and 50s, then it decreases with age. Now, 35% of people over the age of 45 are chronically lonely, and loneliness is not impacted by race, gender, or education levels.
I'm surprised by some of those findings, actually. But loneliness does significantly increase the chances of diabetes, sleep disorders, and high blood pressure. Today, some ways to restore the daily balance if you're dealing with loneliness. Welcome the host of The Daily Balance, the lovely Miss Kim Jacobs. Kim, how are you?
I'm doing great, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, loneliness. Apparently, a lot of people are out there feeling lonely. A word of caution from you. You want to remind folks that just being in a marriage, being in a relationship, does not cure loneliness in and of itself.
There's a huge myth out there that if you are in a marriage, that typically you're extremely happy and satisfied, but the fact is couples are working different jobs, they're on different ends of the world sometimes, and they don't always get the opportunity to spend that quality time together, hence leaving someone lonely sometimes. So it's just a myth, because there are people that are within that relationship that are still lonely.
And that can be such a hard feeling, I think, to be surrounded by people yet still feel lonely.
Yes.
You know that feeling that you get even if you've got people around you, yet you still feel lonely. But
I'm feeling good right now, though. One of the things you say you can do is you can become your own best friend.
Absolutely learn to love yourself. I think it becomes very natural for us to befriend other people, but it's a good thing when you can actually find something about yourself that you love and just learn to have that healthy self-love. I think is extremely, it's just very important to be able to learn to love you. And that's okay to do. And I think that helps take away some of your loneliness when you're experiencing that.
Another thing, Kim, I think that can help is if you join a group, whatever your hobby is, you're interested in, maybe it's a running group, a cycling group, play tennis, whatever it is, but join a group of people with similar interests.
There are all types of professional organizations out there, social organizations, religious organizations, whatever they are that you feel gives you the opportunity to connect with additional people. If you're feeling lonely and that's the whole thing that you have going on the inside, then make sure you take the time to connect and reach out to other people. And then sometimes when you meet them at one of these social activities, you then become friends with them, hence you get a chance to not spend so much time alone.
This next one's a great suggestion. Buy a pet.
I have a Labradoodle, and I can never feel lonely without with Brownie around, because anytime you have a pet, you have a loyal companion that loves you, and this is a being that loves you unconditionally.
Yes.
So anytime I come home, no matter what, all of my loneliness can go away because she jumps right on and she's looking me in my eyes like, I love you. Sincerely, she loves me really with all her heart, and I can tell that. So buy a pet. That'll help.
I believe that too. I think that really works. Don't forget to reach out. I think if you are feeling lonely, it's very easy to even sink further into that and sort of isolate. A good time to be reaching out to family members, friends you haven't seen in a while. Make that phone call. Say, hey, can we get together and hang out?
Just stay connected with people. Let them know that even though you may be in an isolated situation, you're reaching out to say, I'm going to stay connected with you at least once a week. I'm going to make a concerted effort to connect with my friends and my family and my loved ones so that I'm not on an island by myself. And sometimes you have to take the initiative because people really are busy and they're not trying to overlook you, but it happens sometimes.
This is a great suggestion. Not only can you do something nice, you can help out and you clear some loneliness, but just become a volunteer at some place.
I think that's a very important suggestion that I make. Not to compliment myself. I went to the opposite extreme. I'm complimenting myself.
It is a good suggestion, though. It is. Own that, Kim. That's good.
But
it's
the
really
thing
good.
is, if you're volunteering, you're making a difference in someone else's life, and I think that's very important. Plus, you're surrounding yourself with other people. Again, not spending that time by yourself and not excluding yourself, but really helping to make a difference in someone's life.
Sort of helps you to get out of yourself and over yourself and maybe problems that you might be lamenting a little bit too much. I think volunteer work is a great way to do that.
It is big.
And quickly, hit the gym, not the exercise. You can benefit from that, and you might make some new friends there, too.
And on top of that, if you're alone and you're feeling like you're isolated, what better way than to spend your time to go out and actually tone that body up? So I promise you, you won't be alone long. Because people will be like, hey, what have you been doing? All of us working women over here, we don't get as much time in the gym, but it's a lot of fun to be able to spend some time in the gym.
All right, Kim's show, The Daily Balance, airs Saturday mornings at 10 on WTVI. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim.